Good morning, everybody. Joe Ciaccio here. Happy Monday to everybody. Fourth quarter of the year, first month of the fourth quarter. Have you decided how you want to end your year up? You buy enough leads? You got enough carriers? Are you going to our back office and printing out all of the agent manuals to make sure that when you go to somebody's house, you know exactly where to place your client at? Are you using the rate calculator that we provide to you guys to make your job a lot simpler and easier when you're trying to find a quote for one of your clients? These are the things you've got to sit and think about because these are things that we offer you to help you make money. And what ends up happening is that I talked to two agents last week, and then I'm going to get into the call. Joe, I don't have it, or the one agent said. The other agent said, Joe, I used to have it, but I don't know where it's at. So he calls Jay and asks Jay to run quotes for him. Okay? I want to help you guys. I'm going to do everything possible. Yet, I give you these things here to make your job go much smoother. It's so much easier for you to go to your phone, 67 male, non-smoker, 10,000, guaranteed issue, level benefits, a limited pay, whatever you want is there at your fingertips to do it. Okay? If you call and you want a quote and Jay's not here, you can't get mad at us because we're not answering the phone, because we've got hundreds of agents that work for us and we're constantly either trying to put out a fire, hire a new agent, give agents new carriers, put new folks into Medicare. So there's a lot of moving parts here. That's why I try to give you guys all the things that we have to make your job go easier to where you're more productive and you make more money. So with that said, let's talk about competition. When you think about competition, the first thing that comes to most people's minds are what other insurance carriers are out there that are doing the same thing I am. And that is very so. Very, very true. What are the other insurance companies doing? Do they have a carrier that gives them immediate benefits for COPD, emphysema, Parkinson's, and lupus? Competition doesn't have it. We have it. We've got carriers, two carriers, matter of fact, that if your height and weight is a little bit out of whack, they don't even ask you your height and weight. Royal Neighbors, American Home Life, CVS. No height weight questions. So you need to sit and go through the owner's manual, agent manual, to go through all of these different things of what we have. Now, is it good to know what guaranteed issues that clients receive in the mail? Yes, it is. Is it good to know what your main competition is in your area? Could it be Lincoln Heritage? Could it be Senior Life? Who's your competition in your area? When you start going to a lot of homes and you see other clients in certain carriers, my recommendation is to learn that carrier. If they have a policy, of every policy, maybe one or two carriers don't, has the application that the client signed and filled out. Take a picture of it. Take a picture of that application to where you can start learning that application. So when somebody invites you to the house and they say, I've got a policy already with XYZ company, in your mind, I know a little bit about it. I've got it in track in my mind. I know that if you have this, you're not going to get this here. Important. Now, here is the main competitor that we have. And you're going to sit and say, Joe, I think you're a little loony-toony, but I'm going to tell you right now. Competition is not other people like us, other agents. The competition is not carriers out there. Your competition for most of us is a person you see in the mirror. We compete against ourselves in a bad way. Okay? Now, if you compete against yourself and you say, I've got goals, I'm going to hit 10 houses today, I'm going to knock on 14 doors today, I'm going to ask for 3 referrals today, I'm going to call 3 referrals today, that is competition for you to get you going higher. But what ends up happening, a lot of us get tied up on competition on the weather's not good. I've got over here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things here that is our personal competition that we need to work on to where we get better, to overcome our anxieties, our fears, our I'm not sure how I want to do things. So the next one is, our competition is your bad habits. You got to have a system to what you do. If you don't know it, you got to learn it. If you don't know it, you got to learn it. Go online. There's a gazillion people out there who are going to love to tell you how to get more organized. May not like the first guy, may not like the second guy, but you're going to like somebody out there who's going to help you overcome some of your bad habits. And a lot of your bad habits are sometimes just procrastination, laziness, putting the blame on somebody else. It's his fault I didn't make the sale. If I'd have gotten the lead 2 days earlier, I'd have made the sale. You need to stop self-destructing yourself. You're going to kill yourself if you keep badgering and banging on yourself. You need to ask yourself, what can I do to get me to do better? What can I do to overcome these issues I've got? It's kind of like doing some self-reflecting, looking in the mirror and asking yourself, what can I do? Because we're so easy to point our finger this way here and this way here and that way there. And I'm asking you guys to kind of just take a soft step backwards. Think about where you've been, where it's gotten you, and ask yourself, am I totally happy with the results that I've had from the past? I personally do self-reflecting on a daily basis to try to get what I do better. I love making notes, put them in front of me. I send myself text messages to remind me. I tell Jay, I'm sending you 2 pieces of paper, print them out for me, put them on my desk. Or matter of fact, I said, don't put them on my desk, it's a mess. Hand it to me when I get in the office. I've got to do things that help me out. My memory is good, yet you can only remember a certain amount of things. Okay? Number 2, distractions. What distractions do you have when you're out working? Are you worried about that shovel you need to buy at Home Depot when you're going to somebody's house? Are you worried about your vitamins you got to pick up from the drugstore when you're leaving somebody's house? In business, you've got to be focused on business. You got to make a note after work today or during today. I'm going to go to Home Depot and pick up my shovel. After work today, I'm going to go pick up the vitamins at the drugstore. You must be focused on work, work, work. Practicing to be successful, learning ways to overcome objections, and learning different ways to try to get into somebody's house and to sit and get them to like you a lot faster. We all got insecurities, okay? The letters in the word fear, F-E-A-R, told a long time ago, it's called like false expectations appearing real, okay? You think something's behind door number 2 because you think, instead of waiting till you get there to figure out what's there. Now, do you know that when you go to 17 greenhouses, and behind every greenhouse front door, you're going to see a gorilla? I can totally understand you saying, Joe, I don't know if I want to go to that house there. I'm going to kind of go through the back door and kind of get him from the back and hit him in the head with that shovel I bought from Home Depot. Okay? You must always try to be as open-minded as possible when you're doing whatever you're doing, personal life, your kids, charity stuff you do, and work. You need to be open-minded about everything, okay? And try to learn the fears that you have are sometimes fears that we put in ourselves. You knock on your first door, you're going to be scared shitless. Okay? It's scary. Okay? Only way to overcome that fear is to do it over and over again. Joe, I can't show those higher premiums you talk about. I just don't feel comfortable doing it. I don't feel secure with myself. Just do it. The way to overcome fears, insecurities, is just to try to get out of your shell and do it. Long time ago, I was talking to a friend of mine. I said, Joe, you got to get out of that rowboat. You're over there just pedaling real slow, and you're not making no money. Now you got to go uphill. You got to go up that stream, and the current's coming at you. Now you got to do it harder and harder. Business is that way, Joe. Business is the way that you've always got to be doing what you got to do. You got to be trying harder all the time. Is that them? Okay, Jay, matter of fact, just go through the sign and let me that to tell me. Wait 1 second. Okay. Another thing is our ego. I'm not going to do it this way here. I'm going to do it my way. I heard what Joe says. I hear what the people say on the home office calls, and I'm going to do it my way. Listen, if you see somebody who's doing better than you, I'm asking you to listen to what they're saying. Ride on their coattail, okay? That person is not going to get upset with you because they're not going to know. When you hear some professional speaking on how they get into a home, or rebuttals as they say, they're giving you that information because they want to help you, or they want you to buy something from them. Yet you need to kind of take a step forward to say, let me grab this information to where I can start doing a whole lot better. Okay? I mentioned procrastination. And another thing I mentioned, but I'm hitting it again, is lack of being disciplined. You must be disciplined. You need to get up at a certain time. You need to go to work at a certain time. You need to have a work schedule to where when you're working your work schedule, you go to work, you take a lunch break, you do what you got to do, and it makes you happy. So with that said, guys, love you. Got any questions, call Jay. Need any more carriers? You need leads, you need Medicare, you need IULs, you need term carriers. Call us. I got them all. We love you. We appreciate your hard work. Make it a great day. Bye-bye.